Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome back to Brian's Badass Reviews. Thanks so much for stopping back into the channel. I have got a good one for you today. I'm excited about the video today, guys. This one's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be talking about beards. I'm not talking about the Packers. I'm not talking about the Blackstone. I am so freaking excited because it has been 7 years in the freaking making. It's finally come to fruition. Pearl Jam has just dropped their new single. You guys may not know this about me, but I am a huge Pearl Jam fan. So I'm assuming if you clicked on this video, you're probably a huge Pearl Jam fan too. I'm going to give you my reaction on Dance of the Clairvoyants. Let's talk about it. Kick the intro! Alright, let's get that regular business out of the way. Don't forget to hit subscribe button, hit that bell notification. I got new videos coming out pretty much every week. And if you like the content on the channel and you like what's going on in this video here, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps me out. Let's get right into it, guys. Now, there's a few things that you need to know about me. And if you've watched my channel and you've seen my different kind of videos that I have on there, there's some things that you've probably picked up. Number one, I talk about the wifey all the time. Now, I love my wife. I love my family. I have 2 daughters. I don't talk about them as much because, you know, some things you just got to keep them kind of private, right? But I love my girls. I am a man in a household full of women, and that's why I am losing hair. One of the few times, that's a sneak peek, one of the few times you'll get to see that. So number one for me is going to be family, always family. Number two, it's going to be the Pack. The Green Bay Packers. Now I know a lot of you are not Packer fans, and that's why on some of the videos I'm getting the thumbs down, and I get that. I understand that that's going to happen. That's cool. But for me, it's one family, two, the Green Bay Packers. And number three for me is Pearl Jam. These guys have really formed kind of the soundtrack to my life. And if you talk to a lot of their fans, they'll tell you the same thing, right? That's kind of a common thing you hear, that Pearl Jam has kind of written the soundtrack to people's lives. Now, I get it. There's going to be a lot of people out there that don't like Pearl Jam. It's just not their thing. That's fine. For me, it is my thing. I'm actually sporting a Pearl Jam shirt right now. You can see all the different album spines on here. From 10 to Versus, No Code, Binaural, Yield. Their last album was Lightning Bolt, guys. Lightning Bolt, 7 freaking years ago. 7 years ago. It's what year is it? What year is it? 2020? 2013 since they put new music out. They've dropped a couple singles here every once in a while. And that's alright, but everybody's been waiting for the announcement of this new album. New album comes out in March, and it's called Gigaton. And the Pearl Jamily is riled up. We are ready for new music. We're ready for this album. And just last night, they dropped a new track called Dance of the Clairvoyants. And they dropped it at midnight Eastern Standard Time. And me and the wifey, we headed out to the truck. Because here where I live in Central Standard Time. So it was going to drop at about 11. We headed out to the truck about 10:55. Got the Pearl Jam radio on the XM there, and we just freaking cranked it up. And we were waiting, and finally the moment came, and I was shaking. I was so excited to hear this new song. They've been teasing a little bit. They gave you a little bit of a teaser clip, and it was funky. That teaser clip came out. It was funky. It was like, I wish I could play the song for you, but we are, I don't want to get no kind of copyright notices. It's on the YouTube. I'll link it. I'm sure if you're a Pearl Jam fan, you've seen it already. If you're not, and you're just kind of checking out what Brian's talking about today, I'll link the video in the description. You got to check this song out. It starts off with this funky bass. You hear these synthesizers. I think it's different than anything Pearl Jam's put out. I love how this band continues to reinvent itself. This is a band that I've loved for a long time. They've gotten me through a lot of stuff in my life. They're partially to blame for the reason why I got into music in the first place. That's another thing you guys probably don't know about me, but I was a music major in college. I play guitar. As you can see from these 2 guitars, I have other ones all around the room. I was in a band called Relevance for a long time. Shout out to my Relevance boys. Went through the whole music thing in college. Music has been a huge part of my life, and all along that journey with me, Pearl Jam has been a huge part of that. Needless to say, I have been super excited for new music from these guys to come out. So anyways, we cranked on the song, cranked it up, and that bass line started, and then it kicked in with these like 80s type synth, and then Eddie's voice comes through, and I mean, I'm trying to just absorb it all in and take it all in, and it's got this funky kind of drum beat to it, but it's not a drum track. It sounds like a drum track, but it's not a drum track. That's actually Matt Cameron playing the drums. They produced it to sound like a drum track. How do I know that? Because Stone Gossard told me. Well, not me personally, but he said it on the radio before the song came out. So for all you people saying, oh, Pearl Jam's using fake electronic drums, well, they're not. It's actually Matt Cameron, and the dude's a beast. And he's a beast on this track, too. You got Stone Gossard playing on the bass. McCready comes in with some wicked awesome riffs. A lot of people say that they think it sounds a lot like Talking Heads. I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Talking Heads fan. I haven't really listened to any of their music, so I can't really compare it to that, but I will tell you it does give you kind of that 80s feel, that 80s vibe. Kind of also like maybe like a new wave sound. It's not a straight up classic rock song. I read something earlier today, where it said, hey, let's leave that up to the Foo Fighters, which I thought was awesome. I love the Foo Fighters as well. Not as much as I love Pearl Jam. And Eddie comes in with the words, and something I'll always say about Pearl Jam's lyrics is they're challenging. They're thought-provoking. It's not always an easy listen. It takes maybe 2, 3, 4 times listening through before you kind of start getting an idea of what it's about. And to me, that's what's awesome about their music, is it challenges you. Now, as far as the song goes, I personally kind of took like maybe it's a Me Too movement kind of a song. He talks a lot about different things, guys. You guys can Google the lyrics. Check them out for yourself. Again, the song's called Dance of the Clairvoyants. But again, kind of this new wave 80s funky beat. Eddie sounds just as good as ever. He's got that growl. Eddie's kind of angry again. And sometimes I think Pearl Jam's at their best when Eddie's a little bit angry about something. So just super awesome. I wish I could be playing it for you right now, but I don't want to get that copyright claim up against me. I always like to think that Pearl Jam has like 1 or 2 songs on an album that somehow the album works with those songs on it, but they're different than the rest of the songs on the album. So my prediction is that this is going to be maybe one of those songs. I don't see the whole album that's coming out in March kind of following the same type of path, but I'm super stoked for it. I'm super excited for the new album to drop. I've listened to this song probably 30, 40 times already. I love the layering at the end of it. Those of you that have heard it know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, step back when the spirit comes. I'm not a singer. I'm a guitar player. I'm not a singer. But anyways, he keeps saying it over and over, and then there's these different things that are layering over it. And if you can hear it with some good earbuds in, I put the Jabras in, and I crank it up, and you can hear all these different, listen to everything. You got to listen to the bass that's going on, the different vocal layers, the riff that McCready's playing under it, the synthesizers, and it's amazing. It's awesome. Super happy with the single. Probably more happy with this single than maybe the last 2 or 3 albums, the first single that they've released for those albums. I love this. I love it. I love that it's new. I love that it's profound. I love that it's thought-provoking. And I just love the riff. Your head is just bopping the whole time. Go listen to the song. You'll be doing this with me. No, he doesn't sound like that. That's my bad Eddie Vedder impression. But anyways, this is huge for me. I'm a huge fan, so this is big news. The channel is called Brian's Badass Reviews. Maybe I'm throwing song reviews into it now. I don't know. I'm trying different things, guys. Get yourself a listen to the new Pearl Jam single, Dance of the Clairvoyants. Listen to it a few times before you make up your mind if you like it or not. To me, I personally think it's super awesome. Excited for the new album. I know they're going on tour. Packer season might be over, but Pearl Jam season is in. That's all I got for the review today, guys. You know what I like to say. You got to be kind to each other. You got to do what makes you happy. That's it for me. I'm out. Peace.